Hey, what's up guys, DRC3 here, back with another My Hero Ultra Impact video, and today we're going to be talking about the VE Tower, specifically how to rank higher in the VE Tower. So if you see here, I am currently ranked number 17 on the new life stage, and I have 8,891 points. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got that many points, how the ranking system works, how the ladder works, all that stuff. So let's start with rankings. Okay, so you can see here that I am in the rankings with JFanta. He's another pretty big YouTuber for My Hero Ultra Impact. And then a bunch of these guys are all pretty high up there as well. I am ranked 17 because 9,086 points is very hard to obtain for this VE Tower. And I'll kind of explain why that's hard to obtain and how you obtain it here in a little bit. But first off, I've had a lot of people ask me, and I've seen a lot of people wondering in the Discord and things like that, why am I in a different bracket than you? Why am I not in the same bracket with JFanta? Things like that. Basically, the way the brackets work, guys, is that they're based on when you join the game. So if you join the game day one on global release, then you'd probably be in a bracket with me and JFanta. If you join later in that day, or if you join the next day or the day after that, then you would probably be in a different bracket. It all depends on wherever the devs cutoff is. I don't know exactly where the devs cut it off for each bracket, but basically that's why you're not in the same bracket as us, or that's why you're in the same bracket as us. It just depends on when you started playing the game and when you joined the game. It's kind of weird, I know, but it's not region specific as far as I know. If anyone knows differently, feel free to correct me, but to my understanding, this is kind of how it works. Alright, so with that said, I'm going to talk really quickly about the team I've used and what I do to increase my score. Unfortunately, I can't actually go in and show you because I don't have any tries right now. So I'll just tell you guys what I've done and kind of show you maybe some of the memories that are important for this. Alright, so this game is entirely reliant on memories when it comes to VE Tower, and you want memories that are going to increase crit. So I'll give you a couple of examples, and then I'll show you why it's important to increase crit as well as other things. Okay, so first off, this memory right here increases character's critical hit rate by 30% when equipped by a hero character. That's any hero character. It also increases the character's skill impact by 30% when equipped by a UA High Teacher. Okay, so that's one crit memory. Here's another crit memory you could use. This is another UR. Increases the crit by 30% for a strength character. Those are just examples of URs. Here's another one. If you're wondering what crit memories to use to our futures, increases critical rate by 20%. And this is just off the top of my head. Okay, so these are the ones I kind of have memorized and know they have crit with them. This one right here has crit. It gives 15% crit. Put the plan into action, but I do have that one fully memory broken. This one gives crit to pro heroes. Okay, it's an SR memory. There's actually a bunch of rare memories as well that can give crit, but I have kind of just chosen the SR and UR memories because they buff my team more. This one right here with Jiro gives crit. Critical rate by 20%. So if this is helping you guys, make sure to leave a like and a comment and maybe subscribe, because these crit memories are going to be very, very important. I'll explain why here in a minute. Okay, but make sure you kind of take note of these memories, scroll back and forth, pause the video as you need. Okay, here's another crit memory. I don't have this one fully leveled up yet, but increases crit rate by 10%. That's with it being limit broken twice. If I had it limit broken 4 times, it would probably be 20%. And Kendo is another crit memory, and that is crit by 10%. Once again, memory broken twice, could be 4 times, so it'd be 20%. And there's some villain ones in here too. I gotta think this one, no, wait, yes, this one. This one is kind of different though. It increases crit rate by 15%, but only when HP is below 50%, so that could be useful to you, potentially. And then there is one more villain one, that is the one SR with Chisaki. And I do believe it's the one with Chisaki and Eri. Let me double check. Yeah. So this one increases critical hit rate by 15% when equipped by a villain. Okay, so those are a lot of the main UR and SR crit memories. So if you have been looking for what memories cause crit, there you go. Hopefully that will help you out a little bit. You kind of saw what they look like. And now I'm going to cut over to my computer screen so you guys can see what I'm about to talk about with how to score higher. Alright, and I've pulled up this picture here of kind of the end screen you see at the end of each floor. So you can see you have quest clear, maximum damage, survivors, number of crits. Number of buffs is actually different. It's technical moves, basically is what that's called. When you guys see it, it'll be technical moves. And then number of plus ultras, number of debuffs, skill chains, number of turns. And shout out to JFancy, I kind of just took this from him because I couldn't find a good Google image and I didn't feel like screenshotting my own at this point in time. And he had the end caps already on here, so that was nice. Alright, so let's kind of talk about how this works. You can kind of already probably guess how it works. You got these end caps here that tell you how much you can get total, but for maximum damage, just doing a lot of damage, you can get up to 200 points. For clearing the quest, you get a set amount of points that doesn't really change. Survivors, you want to have all 5 of your team survive, you'll get the maximum 200 points. One person dies, you lose 25 points. Number of crits, for every 5 crits you get 25 points. So if this was 10 crits right here, this would be 50 points. So that's why you're going to be adding on, like I was showing you before, a bunch of crit memories on every single team that you can to increase your score for crits, because that's 25 points for every 5 crits, which is a lot of points in the long run. Because really what's going to make the difference in the leaderboard at the end is just a few points. It's not going to be a lot. Alright, and this one is called technical skills, which is going to, I believe, be like what it says right here. Number of buffs, basically when you buff the team, if you're going to increase skill impact, things like that. So if you have any characters that have technical skills that are increase your skill impact or things like that, you can raise your score here as well. And I do believe it's 10 per, so you can get 10 per technical skill used or 10 per buff used at up to 100. I'm not sure how accurate 100 is. I think it might be 50. And then number of plus ultras, the more plus ultras you have, the higher the score. You get 10 points for each plus ultra you use. However, you do not want to go and add plus ultra memories onto your characters to increase your plus ultras. It's much better to have the crit memories, if you're wondering about that. And then number of debuffs on a character, or this is status ailments basically, so like burn, frostbite, power down, various things, you know. You get 10 points for each debuff you do or each status ailment, so that's why characters like Todoroki or Shinso or even Kaminari with his Paralyze are going to be used a lot in these stages, and you'll see that with the top players. And you can get up to 50 points, or basically 10 per, so if you do 5 status elements per floor, you'll get your full 50 points. And then lastly, you have skill chains. If you get a skill chain of at least 10, then you will cap out at 50. And then number of turns is the very last thing to talk about that plays into your overall score. The lower your number of turns, the higher your multiplier, so you can get a multiplier of like 1.6, 1.2, so on and so forth. I do believe for the final stage with Uraraka, you can get a multiplier of 1.6 if you do it in like 8 turns. I don't know if anyone's done it in less, but the multiplier goes up with the less amount of turns you do. But also keep in mind, the less turns you do, the harder it's going to be to achieve a skill chain of 10, the harder it's going to be to get all the crits you need, the harder it's going to be to get more plus ultras. So you got to kind of find that happy medium where you're not beating it too fast and you're not beating it too slow. You need to beat it in just the right amount of turns to get a good multiplier, to get good skill chains, to get good debuffs, and so on and so forth. Okay? And so a lot of this just comes down to RNG. Are you going to get all the ailments you need? No, you didn't get them this turn. No, you're going to have to run VE Tower again. Did you get the number of crits you need? No, you didn't get enough? Okay, run VE Tower again. So literally, basically, if I could sum up how to get a higher score in VE Tower in like a simple sentence, you need crits and you need debuffs. As many as you can get. If you don't get those, you might need to restart. So keep that in mind. Plus ultras are nice, but considering how hard they are to get, and they're only worth 10 points, not super important in the grand scheme of things compared to crits and debuffs. I hope this answers a few of your guys' questions. If you weren't sure how to score higher on the VE Tower, I know I was confused for a little bit. This actually will probably help you a lot with tower challenges too, and figuring out exactly how to raise your score in tower challenges. I know I've struggled with that so much. I'm still doing tower challenges. So I hope this helps you guys out. Let me know in the comments below if these were the answers you were looking for. And I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, subscribing. I appreciate you. Peace.